Yeah, set it off, set it up.
INM BBTV traveling through Anguilla, and right now I'm here with Mr. Joseph, the president of the Bodybuilding Federation of Anguilla. So Joseph, tell us how long you already been the president of the Bodybuilding Federation of Anguilla?
Well, since 2009, I would say, and but I've been around the federation for at least 12, 13 years.
So before you assumed the presidency, you were also part of the federation itself?
I was first an athlete, and then I became the athletes rep, and I was the athletes rep at least for 10 years at least before I became the president. And now being the president, also / trainer and stuff like that, massage therapist for some of the athletes, and I must say it's been a good run. I'm enjoying it. I love what I do, so and for me, doing it is not to get pay or anything like that, but it's a reward for the island, for my athletes. I love the sport of bodybuilding and what you can achieve. It helps you to stay very young, bodybuilding, fitness in general. So I love what I do.
So you have a background as a bodybuilder also?
Yes, that's how I got into it. I mean, I started out, I would say, my fitness career as a runner in school, long distance, and then I became a bodybuilder by watching the power team, I would say, and I always wanted to be a strong guy, so I started lifting weights, and I became a bodybuilder in 2000 when we had this lady came through the island, Sandra Gums. She started the federation actually. Got us affiliated with IFBB, and she came around to the different gyms talking to some of the athletes who were working out and seeing everyone interested in bodybuilding and competing, and we said yes, so we started training. She brought in this guy from St. Kitts, Michael Francis, and he teaches us how to pose and all those different things. So we had our first competition July 7th of 2000.
2000, as an Anguilla Federation?
Right, as Anguilla Federation, and that was our first competition, and I came second in that competition actually. Peter Vasilis won that show. That was our first Mr. Anguilla. And then after that year, we saw a couple other guys coming through, Desmond Paul, Vernon Cardi, and Verdine Connor, and a lot of these other guys follow. And now we have some ladies involved, Roxanne Pinnock, who's our reigning fitness champ on the island for the last 3 years. We have Al Francine Williams. She was one of the first champs on the island in the women's category. And now we have Jishan Clark, who's one of our younger Mr. Anguillas. He captured the title, I think now 2 years.
Twice in a row.
So he's doing good as a junior, and as now going into senior. I think this is his last year as a junior. So I'm hoping probably this year we could get him to the World Junior Championships and see what he can do there. And I would like him to probably see if he can win that before he gets out of the juniors.
Yeah.
And also at CAC, if he could win the juniors category this year also, it would be great.
We heard from him that you took him under your wing. You saw him on the street and you picked him up and you pushed him in the gym.
Well, not on the street per se, but yeah, I know him as a kid growing up. I know his dad and everything, and he was a runner, I think, also like I was.
So you kind of saw yourself walking along.
Yeah. So I saw him, and I'm like, I think he can do, because now, traveling around the different Caribbean countries for the CAC, and you see the other athletes, the juniors, and you come back home, you think of your team, what would you want in the team, and we were lacking the youth. So I'm like, okay, we need to get some youths on board, start training them, cultivating them, teaching them the ropes of bodybuilding, and so hence Jishan came around, and we started working with him. And the gym that I own is more like a private gym, I would say, like personal training and stuff like that. So he needed heavier lifts, so he's doing it at the dungeon, actually, where I started my lifting.
We had the opportunity to stop by over there, and it was quite fun, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the mecca of gyms around here. I think in the Caribbean it's a wide range of equipment. You know, it's good for bodybuilding. You know, for fitness, you know, you can check me for the fitness. You know, for the fitness part, I'm total fitness. But bodybuilding, you definitely would need to lift at a dungeon.
Talking about fitness, actually, how is it with women in this world of bodybuilding and fitness stuff? Are they really interested into it? So how, if not, how do we pull them in?
I think a lot of women would be interested, but the first thing they would see is when they see the other ladies, how bulky they are, they shy away from that, and they don't want to do that. What I've seen lately now that they've added into CAC and in the rest of the IFBB competitions is the swimsuit competitions and the bikini. And a lot of them now are falling for that. And I mean, as you can see how fast it's growing. So we need to get our ladies, especially the one in the bodybuilding and the figure, you know, maybe becoming a little softer, and where the other girls want to come back to that category and try to build that sport, that category back. Because I think, in a sense, we're kind of losing a little bit of our female competitors there. So we need to somehow get the traction back for the women's category in fitness.
Do you have any ideas of the plans for Anguilla itself in this year in bodybuilding and fitness competitions?
Yes, this year definitely going to be a busy year for us. I mean, CAC is right next door, so we want to make sure that we can carry a big team over there. The first show of the year will be in April. That is my show, La Severine Total Fitness Invitational. And that will be in April the 19th, and that's invitational to the rest of the Caribbean islands and stuff. They come in for that. Our local competition will be in the first weekend in July, and from there we'll be focusing. After that show, we'll have our team picked, at least by then, who we're taking to St. Martin, to CAC with us, and hopefully everybody after that show will be focusing on CAC. Well, they should be training for that all now, regardless of what shows they go in. If they start training with CAC in mind, that, you know, you want to go to St. Martin, go to CAC and make a good showing and represent Anguilla. You know, we don't just want to take numbers, we want to take good numbers.
Good numbers,
you know?
yes.
So that's my goal, that's my plan, and I'm hoping that they will adopt the same plan with me when we meet, hopefully the end of the month, because we haven't met as yet for the year. So, but I'm hoping that when we meet and we discuss all the plans for the year, that all the athletes will fall in place and everybody do their part. And we go from there.
You see, the intention here is with INM BBTV is that we would like to promote the CAC coming up in St. Martin for 2014. That's why we're doing this interview and stuff.
Okay.
To make it aware, make people aware of the importance about the big and means about this show. And going back to your profession. You mentioned just now that you do give you're a massage therapist.
Yes.
How important is getting massage to such people like us doing body, but actually doing sports itself?
Massage is very important, I say, in an athlete's career. As a bodybuilder, you're breaking down tissue and you gotta repair it. So if you're gonna work out from Monday to Friday, by the weekend you need to get a massage to prepare you for the following workout the next week. So you go in, you get your massage, deep tissue preferably, and stretching. So you could do a deep tissue mix with sports massage, which involves stretching of the muscles, the tissue, and flushing the toxins, and so you could get the blood flowing, get the muscles elongated and nice and supple, so that you can go back the following week and hit the gym just as hard. Sometimes you find a lot of athletes are very tight. You know, yes, when we're on stage, we want to walk like that, but a lot of guys actually walk this way and not realizing because their lats are so tight, they can't lift their arms and the muscles are pulling. So sometimes you get an injury in your shoulder or your back because the muscles are toe tight. So you're not stretched. So if you stretch more, get massages, you can continue training week in, week out without having complications or injuries, you know. So you eliminate the injuries before it happened. A lot of guys tend to have a massage after they had an injury. And sometimes before that injury, they're probably feeling a little nudging somewhere, but ignoring it. And they keep training, they're getting tighter. Whereas if you go and get a massage, see your therapist, you know, you get that problem solved before it's become a real problem.
And how often is it advisable to go to take a massage?
I would say once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week. If you're serious about your career and you want to make it in this bodybuilding, you definitely got to have a massage once a week. You train from Monday to Friday and you have a massage on the weekend.
Yeah.
Prepare your body for the following week. It's very, very important.
Okay. And how about the nutrition? What is your thought about nutrition?
Nutrition is key, I would say, because you are what you eat. So You definitely need to have a good nutritionist. If you don't know how to do it yourself, get somebody that knows what to do. Probably look it up online or get in contact with somebody that knows nutrition, especially not just a nutritionist that knows the general practice general nutrition for everybody, but tailored for bodybuilders or the athletes for what you do.
Exactly.
If you find that, you get better results because now they know exactly what you're doing. It's not that somebody who just want to be on a balanced diet or somebody who wants to lose weight, but you want to stay toned, you want to get ripped, you want to be hard, you want to be balanced, so you want a balanced diet, and you want a nutritionist that's going to help you meet those needs. So I would say nutritionist is very important, and your diet is key. Also, rest is very important.
Indeed,
sleep.
indeed.
So some guys probably don't get enough sleep at night, in general. So they're going to bed too late, waking up too early because they want to go and work out, and they're burnt out. So sometimes competitions come around, they're getting croggy, they're frustrated, they're upset, and sometimes they don't know why. If you get a couple of nights, just go to bed earlier than normal and try to get at least 7 to 8 hours, 8 hours max, but at least don't go under 7. And try to sleep, and on the weekends try to put in some more. You're not going to the gym one morning, just make sure don't wake up early. Sleep. If you do wake up, maybe it's for eating, you get up, you have your meal, but try to go back to sleep and just get that extra sleep, and it's going to help you grow. It's going to make you feel better. You'll be less frustrated, and you'll have more fun in the gym when you go to lift.
Indeed.
So that's
now, I like to ask many people about this next question, which is a lot of people don't consider bodybuilding a sport, or some people don't even think that anybody who's doing any other kind of sports don't need to do any kind of bodybuilding. What is your opinion about this?
My opinion about that is bodybuilding is a sport, and bodybuilding is used in every sport. Bodybuilding is the mother of all sports as far as I see, because if you look at it, the basketball player, the track field guy and lady, whatever, these guys all go to the gym and lift. What are they doing? They're not just exercising, they're pumping, making their muscles stronger to enhance their sport, what they do. The thing is though, a track and field star or athlete or basketball star, they know why they're lifting. They want to get better, they want more ups for their game, whereas bodybuilders lack in the same thing. They only want to lift weights, they don't want to do cardio, which is very important.
Yes,
so we need that part of life to balance it out as the runner or the swimmer or whatever, the basketball player they need. So we just shouldn't just go to the gym and lift and say, oh, we are bodybuilders, we don't run, we need to do the same thing. Because you want your heart rate to be great. You want to have good oxygen pumping to your lungs, your muscles. So the cardio is very important as well. So don't have a training program without cardio involved. It should be balanced.
So it's not because I'm a skinny guy, I'm not gonna do cardio.
No, you should do cardio. You don't need to do long drain out cardio. That's the key now with a bodybuilder. We don't have to do that is the best part of it. You don't have to spend hours on a treadmill. So you could do cardio smart ways. You could implement it through your training. You could do a couple of sets of your weight training, and then probably do a quick sprint, on the treadmill, elliptical, or pick a cardio day that you do sprints on the beach, up a hill, on the park with a parachute, whatever. But your training session should be short, but with a lot of energy. You burn more calories. You use a lot more muscle. The more muscle you use in a session, the more fat you get, the leaner you are, and you're still saving your muscle. A lot of guys think if we go running, we're gonna lose our muscles. You can't lose your muscle. If you're doing long drain out cardio like a distance runner, yes, but you don't need to do that. The good thing about it is your cardio should be short and to the point and done. Give it all you got, your max. So 80 meter dashes. You walk back, you run another 80-meter dash, while you're walking back to your start, you're recovering.
Yes.
And you go again, and you do that a couple times, probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes of that, and you're good. So you don't have to do the treadmill for a whole hour, and you're like, oh my God, it's so boring, I don't like it. And that's why a lot of them don't do it either, because it's boring. So do sprints, sprint up a hill and stuff.
Same thing they think about stretching, it's also boring.
Stretching, they think it's boring, but it's very important. You wanna grow, and if you stretch more, you will grow, because you expand those muscles, the belly muscles, they stretch and they can grow. If they shorten, they can't grow. So they might get bulky, but they can't grow because there's no room for them to grow. You want to stretch them out so that as they grow, you grow, you look better, you look more symmetrical and more balanced. So I think that's how it is.
Well, we know you're coming in packed. for the CAC with your athletes and you have a lot of trust in them.
Yes.
So I'm giving you the opportunity to call out anybody who thinks they can beat your athletes at the CAC.
Anybody? Well, I can't call out the last junior because he's out. So I'm just saying we're gonna win the junior category this year. I'm banking on that, and we're gonna have some surprises in there in our middleweight categories and welterweight and our men's physique, and definitely I would like to see the girls, the body fitness come out, and be strong and represent, and I think we can do good. If they do their jobs like I think they can, there's no way we can't walk away from St. Martin being the best team.
Oh, you heard him yourself from Mr.
They gotta do the job, they gotta do their job.
You heard it yourself from Mr. Big Joe, the president of the Bodybuilding Federation of Anguilla, INM BBTV promoting the road to CAC 2014. Stay tuned.
Yep.